Cellar Dive episode number 25 of
Brutal Battle.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've done a Cellar Dive. It's literally almost been a year. When we're recording this, by the time this comes out, it'll be close to a year since we've done the last one. Oh, well, we have so many different formats, you know, so I'm pretty excited to do this one.
We don't cellar beers as much as we used to.
That's true.
Which is good, because what we've learned about this,
yes,
has been anything that we pull. Usually, these episodes are like stinkers.
Yeah.
Because usually everything tastes weird.
Yeah.
Flavors fall out.
Well, I fully expect the first one to be a stinker because I think there's too much time on it in the bottle. It's just, everyone has those beers, if you buy enough beer, that they just kind of sit in your fridge and maybe they're in the back and you just forget about them. Or you keep going for a beer and being like, oh, but not that one. I'm not in the mood for that one. And then it's years later and you're like, okay, maybe this is time. So I'm not excited for the first one for that reason, but I am interested to see how it is. The second one I'm actually excited for because I think that one can actually be really good. So thinking a terrible one and potentially a really good one. So we'll see. So I'll introduce the first one. This is by North Coast Brewing. Now, it's been a long time since we've had them on.
Are they still in existence? Do we just not get them anymore? Do I not notice them on the shelf?
I mean, that's a good question. I don't know. They're out of Fort Bragg, California. So, back when we were doing Decasodes, if anyone remembers that, if you remember that, then you were an old listener. When we were doing Decasodes, every 10 episodes, we didn't have all these different formats, but every 10 episodes, we would do a tournament, basically. And I remember we had one tournament where I think we were doing barrel-aged beers, and everyone who was on the episode, it was usually 4 people, everyone brought 2 or 3 beers for the tournament. And I remembered, for one, doing Old Stock, which was a North Coast beer. And at one point, we did, a brandy barrel-aged Old Stock. And that's just an awesome old ale. So I was trying to look up how old this beer is, which, by the way, it's Old Rasputin, which was their very, very kind of highly acclaimed Imperial Stout. Russian Imperial Stout, as they would say. Hence the name Old Rasputin. But I was looking it up, and I was just I saw Old Stock come up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember Old Stock. I remember how good it was. Mm-hmm. I remember the barrel-aged version having, a really nice, walnut flavor to it that was just I don't know. Beer memories, people. Mm-hmm. It's a thing. So, what's the ABV on this one? On this Old Rasputin? 9%, and it's in a 12-ounce bottle. Those stubby bottles.
Stubby bottle, yeah.
Oh, and I didn't say how old. I think this is 10 years in the bottle.
Yeah, we think.
So,
I'm not sure.
I'm just going to say now, before we even taste it, probably not advisable to keep it that long. Yeah. I'm pretty sure not advisable.
We'll find out.
But we'll see. I mean, maybe it'll blow us away.
Nice, pillowy chocolate milk head.
I'm nervous.
Smells...
I have a feeling it's going to be super boozy. It will be extra soy saucy.
Yeah, it smells
thin.
It smells real soy saucy.
Yeah. All right. So, it has a nice really brown head to it. Oh,
and it smells like
black olives.
It
Sorry,
smells,
green olives,
ashy and kind of minerally.
Yeah. Yeah, I mainly get that soy sauce plus green olives, and I hate the green olive smell in beers.
Yeah, I'm getting it too.
Ooh, it's strong.
And I normally don't pick up on that olive note.
That's strong. I think the olive is the strongest smell.
Yeah. It doesn't smell good.
Yeah, it smells salty, It doesn't smell good. Yeah. Not bad?
I mean, I don't need to drink more of it. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It is quite boozy. It is quite thin. But there's still some...
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, given the nose.
It is tasting a little thin for a
Yeah.
Russian Imperial Stout, but that also ends up happening with having too much age on an Imperial Stout.
There's like there's definitely some chocolate notes.
Dark chocolate, for sure. Actually, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised with this one. I thought for sure after like 10 years in the bottle. So to give people an idea, it's from like 2024 or sorry, 2014.
It is 2024.
It's 2024 now. Yes, it's from 2014. I mean, that's kind of wild. It's definitely wild. It's been in the fridge that long, and we have another one.
I was going to say, isn't there another one down there?
So we had bought a 4-pack, and we drank 2 of them, and then just those other 2 have just been sitting.
Well, it's definitely, like you said, like one of those beers where, like, it's in our little mini beer fridge in the basement. And every time I get a beer out of there, and I'm like, oh, we should drink that one time. We should drink that one time. We should drink that one time.
Well, I know. That's what I was saying. Like, I'm not in the mood right now. I'm not in the mood right now. But it's there. You know it's there.
And then, like, for a while, I'm like, we probably should dump this. We probably should dump this.
Yeah. It does turn into that. I don't really taste the olive, which is great.
No, I don't either.
I smell it strongly, but I don't taste it, so that's great.
It definitely is ashy, though.
Yeah, it's very ashy. It kind of has, like, that... Yeah, like that burnt, like, firewood type flavor to it. Which is honestly not too bad. I'm okay with that.
I could see... I don't need more of this, especially not for 9%. But I could see why people would age this and drink it and be happy with it.
Yeah, there is some pretty solid dark chocolate that's coming up in the end of it. Plus that, I'm honestly... liking the way that ashiness is going with that dark chocolate, and it's not super boozy, which I'm surprised.
It's boozy enough.
I'm gonna be honest, I kind of like this.
Okay, well,
I
it's
kind
all
of
you.
like it. Wow.
You can drink it.
Okay, well,
maybe you will.
Lesson learned on that one. It's okay to age Old Rasputin for 10 years, if it even exists anymore as a beer. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah. That's what happens when, like, beers disappear from your market. It's like, did the brewery go under? Is it just not distributed to us?
Yeah.
Was it not selling in our market? Did they pull out? Like...
Yeah.
What happened?
Hard to know.
We don't know.
But I do also remember talking more about North Coast. Like, in addition to the old stock, remembering how great that was, their Scrimshaw Pilsner was a really good Pilsner.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah. Well, that was, I was looking through Untapped, so I saw, and I was like, oh, Scrimshaw, I remember that being a great Pilsner. So, anyway.
Okay. So the next one we think is from November of
2022. So it's like a year and a half in the can at this point, 16-ounce
we
can.
think.
Yeah, we believe.
So it's by Elder Pine.
Brewing and Blending.
We're brewing and blending.
Where are they technically at?
Gaithersburg.
Maryland.
It is and this is a beer they did for, I think, an anniversary.
Yes. It was and it was cool because they did an anniversary mixed 4-pack and like 4 different like really special beers in the mixed pack. Yeah. It was really cool.
So this is their barrel-aged Summon the Moon Lord. It is a 24-hour boil English-style barley wine aged in bourbon barrels for 18 months. It's in a 16-ounce can, and it is 16%.
Oh, my God. I didn't look at that.
So.
Uh-oh. Might have some trouble. We recorded an episode before this, just so people know. So, if we like this at 16%, uh-oh.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Might be an interesting night. But, when we're recording this, it's close to my birthday, so celebrate, right?
Week away.
Oh.
What?
When you just said week away, it made me sad. Because of True Respite, the brewery that closed.
And that was one of your favorite beers by them?
Yeah. Their week away was that was a hazy IPA that I legit liked. A lot. They were great. RIP to True Respite. Also had awesome lagers.
Yeah.
Awesome lagers. Anyway. Summon the Moon Lord. Let's look at it.
It's dark, obviously.
Yeah, it's dark. I mean, it looks like a barley wine. Makes
Not
sense.
a lot of head.
Ooh, it's very woody.
Yeah. It smells really good. It smells like really complex.
There's a lot of like caramel, vanilla. It's so bourbony.
There's some chocolate in there.
This smells really good.
It smells boozy though. I mean, it's definitely like a after dinner like sipper.
Oh yeah.
Which I like. I like having this style. Like, I like once in a while having a real. Well, we kind of drank a real boozy one last night too.
We did. What was it that we had? It was the Rainy Days by the brewery out of Placentia, California. It was an imperial stout aged in bourbon barrels with hazelnuts, vanilla, and cashews.
It was really good.
It was very tasty.
That was a sipper too.
But this smells pretty awesome.
Yeah, it smells really
like
good.
it smells boozy, but it also smells super smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of bourbon characteristic to it. It's like I said, like the vanilla, the caramel, the oak, like that stuff is very strong. But like you said, there's also that chocolatiness coming through as well.
And I heard this beer was really good. Like people were raving about it when
really?
it came out.
Ooh.
It's really, and
Oh my goodness,
it's really good. It really held up.
Whoa.
It's very good.
There's a little bit of raisin flavor on it that you will get with higher ABV beers, but it's very low level. That's really tasty. Like caramel and vanilla really drive it.
I don't know what it tastes like fresh, but it tastes damn good now, and we're gonna enjoy this.
Yeah, this is very nice. Also, full disclosure, I'm feeling a little bit buzzed because we didn't eat dinner yet. So this wasn't the best idea.
Buzz?
A little bit.
I feel great.
Well, you might be a little bit buzzed.
I'm not. I'm totally not buzzed.
Okay. I'm a little bit... Because I also kind of slammed the beers from the last episode that I had left in the glass. We still have some of those beers left, but...
Okay.
Yeah. This is...
Well, don't drink more of this then.
No, I have to. It's open, and it's very, very good. Like I said, birthday. You know,
it's your birthday. Celebrate.
Although I'm in my 40s,
I know we can't celebrate like we used to.
You know, drinking a certain level of alcohol in your 40s, the next morning it sucks. It's bad. But this is awesome, though. This is very tasty.
Don't ever really drink to that level.
Mm-mm. This, I was liking North Coast, the old Rasputin, but this is making it taste like total garbage. Because this is
this is so nuanced and like refined and it's like almost, I hate to use the word delicate, but it kind of is.
Yeah, it's like very nuanced.
Yeah.
They know how to do barrel aging, obviously, with this beer. Like the barrel aging is spot on perfect. It's very smooth, even though it's super boozy. You get the heat from the alcohol, the little bit of astringency, but there's so many great flavors coming in to take that over, like the vanilla, the caramel, the oak.
Yes.
The oak is actually not as strong as I thought it would be because it's less so than it is on the aroma. But the caramel and vanilla are even higher than they were on the aroma, and that's great. Also getting that chocolate.
I could tell it's boozy, but I wouldn't guess 16%.
What would you say, 12?
Yeah.
I say 12.
Sure.
Yeah. Man, that's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Goodness.
I didn't think I was going to like it because I don't really like
barley wines.
But I tell you what.
When was the last time you had one?
I tell you what, most barley wines I've had recently have been barrel aged, and then I always like them because I like barrel aged stuff.
For sure.
So I do feel buzzed now. It just hit me. Or maybe it wasn't paying attention before.
No, when you were saying you were feeling good, I was like, she has to be. Like, it has to, because you also have not eaten dinner.
I also have not eaten dinner. And we had a very late lunch.
Yeah, that too. So, it's going to be a good night, I think.
It's going to be a good night.
Anyway, this is all, for me, obviously, for you too. Summon the Moon Lord. That's great. Maybe they'll make it again. I don't know. Yeah,
we normally, it's like it's a hike for us to get there, but we normally go once a year.
Yeah. I'd like to go again because they have a tendency to do some really interesting stuff too.
Yeah, and they have a really great outdoor space.
Yes, it's beautiful.
It's so beautiful there.
Parking's
tight, but they also have normally the best porta potties.
The best, exactly. That's a weird thing, but like places that have porta potties are usually really terrible and like disgusting. They have like a trailer.
Well, I think that was because the last time we were there, we've always been like there after they've had events. So I don't know if they're always there or they just are there because they've had like a larger event.
Okay, maybe.
I don't know. That's a good question.
But that's my memory of it.
Yeah. Well, even before that, like they had the other, like a standard porta potty that you said was really nice. It had like hand sanitizer in it. And what else?
And like a foot press where like you like open up the bottom and it goes down. It's not just like a disgusting open hole where you're literally looking at people's poop.
Okay.
While you go to the bathroom.
Okay. That was your first experience with their
and I thought it was great then.
And then they got the trailer.
They upgraded further, and it's a trailer with like multiple stalls to it, and they look like actual bathrooms. And it's very nice, very well decorated. But anyway, I mean, that's not what this podcast is about.
Bathroom recommendations.
Yeah. We're weird. There are certain things that hit us in certain ways. Just know that. It's fine. But anyway, Summon the Moon Lord, great. North Coast.
Not bad.
Older recipe. Well, I'm going to try it again real quick.
Okay, I'll try it again too.
Okay. In comparison to the Summon the Moon Lord.
It tastes so thin and watery.
Yeah, and very woody.
Yeah.
Like it's this weird, like you're drinking splinters of wood kind of. So
very subpar.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Great episode, though. A lot of fun. We should do more cellar dives because even though we said we don't have as much in the cellar, we still have some in the cellar. Yeah. So we need to do that. We'll do it again. I'm not going to promise that it'll be less than a year before we do another one of these, but I would like it to be less than a year before we do another one of these. But we'll see. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for supporting the podcast in whatever way you do. You know, tell some people about it, whatever, rate us, all that stuff. But thank you for at least listening to this episode. And until next time.
Keep it brutal.